All right, hey there home athletes, happy Thursday. Very simple but very effective workout for you today. We are working that core with plenty of sit-ups. We're working that cardiovascular system with plenty of running today. This is our first, actually I tell lies when I say this is our first running workout of the season, but that is only here at the gym. You've actually had plenty of running because you're at home and don't have any rowers or bikes, which you may or may not be happy about. I don't know. But anyway, so you're probably a little ahead of us here as far as gearing up for a running workout. So format today, as you can see, it's basically 4 rounds. The sit-up stays exactly the same. We're always doing 50 sit-ups, 50 sit-ups, 50 sit-ups, and 50 sit-ups. And the runs get gradually longer, right? They kind of double in length, basically. We've got 200-meter run, 400-meter run, 800-meter run, and then we finish with a 1-mile run at the very end of the workout. Ideally, we're shooting for anywhere from, let's say, 25 to 30 minutes. This obviously is kind of dependent on your capacity and speed when you're running. But I'd like to see, pretty much everybody getting done under the half-hour mark or so. Get all your runs mapped out prior to. You probably already have these out. 200 meters, 400 meters, 800 meters, 1 mile. Get on Google Maps if you haven't done this already and get them all measured out. So, movements, so sit-ups, of course. If you have an ab mat at home, lucky you, go ahead and use it. If not, I always tell people to try and anchor your toes down underneath the corner of your couch or use a dumbbell or whatever to kind of keep those feet flat on the floor. This tends to keep people in a better position. And basically, you know the drill. Try to keep the back set at the top of the rep. We're sitting up nice and tall. The body is in a vertical position. We're looking to get a 90-degree angle of action here at the hip. So I'm going here, down, all the way down to the floor, and right back up again, right? So we're kind of getting that 90-degree angle, as opposed to doing crunches where we just kind of come up part way like this. We're not doing that. We're not doing crunches. We're doing proper sit-ups. So we're getting a big, full range of motion. People always ask, so as far as using your arms are concerned, right? If we kind of tuck overhead and come back up, the more you use your arms, you're getting an assistance, basically. This is a good way to go faster as far as like using your arms for momentum. But it also, of course, you should not use your core as much. So if your focus is actually getting stronger abs, getting your six-pack on, strengthening that midline, then try to use your arms as little as possible. Just touch the floor, try to pull yourself up using your hip flexors and your abdominal muscles. Maybe towards the end of your set of 50, right, things are starting to get a little bit fatigued, then maybe you're going to use your arms a little bit more to help you finish the movement. And then running, of course. I always like to talk about the lean and pull, my favorite tips for running. So the lean, right, enables us to use gravity to pull ourselves forward. Makes for more efficient running, lower impact running, generally better running times when we're doing that. And of course, you're basically using your body weight to pull yourself forward. So try this prior to this. Is this very simple drill, right? Feet underneath the hips where you went from, and just kind of with the weight coming from the hips, just lean forward, and then catch yourself, right? Try that a few times. Just lean forward, and catch yourself. But this is kind of what running essentially is in this style, right? You're basically leaning forward the entire time. Your weight is pulling you forward. It's kind of, they describe it as a controlled fall, right? So the entire time you're running, you're basically just falling forward and you're running. You'll find this, like I said, is more efficient, right? Because you're using your body weight to your advantage, you're using gravity to your advantage. It's also lower impact. And then the pull part, lean and pull, is we think about pulling those feet up underneath the hips, right? You're kind of pulling your heel up underneath the hip and kind of staying mostly on the balls of the feet, right? We're staying nice and light on the feet. We're thinking every time that foot lands on the ground, we're pulling it right back up again. So pull, 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 pull. Try that drill. Stand where you are and pull, 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 pull. Your feet should stay directly underneath your body, right? Directly underneath your center of mass. We should stay mostly on the balls of the feet, stay nice and light. When you're running, another helpful cue is that you should be relatively quiet, right? If you're making a lot of noise like that on the sidewalk, you're probably doing something wrong. But ideally, we're staying nice and light on the feet. And then, to move forward, we just lean. There you go. So light, efficient, quiet, that's what we're shooting for today. It's going to make those runs definitely a little bit faster, a little less impact on your body. That's good. And yeah, there you go. There's my tips for you. So looking at 25 to 30 minutes, working that core, working that cardio. Have a great workout. Talk to you tomorrow.